folks, JD here, and I've been asked a question. Well, here it is. So, it's taken a fair few weeks actually to arrive, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Here it is. This is the Cheerson CX33. Now, I haven't put the box on top of this table. I'm in the middle of renovating my whole unboxing table, and also because the box is twice the size of the current table that I have. So, I thought I'd open up the box and open up everything inside it. Now, as you can see, you get the transmitter, the quadcopter. You get accessory pack 1, which contains a screwdriver, USB charging cable, and some spare propellers. As well as you get another bag with some screws, and also with 6 propeller guards in there as well as a manual. You get a little SD card reader, as well as a little SD card as well. Only a 2 gig SD card, but hey, it's better than nothing. And you also get a little informational slip as well about how to bind your quadcopter to the transmitter. So, right then, let's move everything out of the way. And let's look at this beast. Look at this. So, as I'm sure you can see, this is a Hexacopter. So, why is it called a Hexacopter? Well, basically, the propellers are in the formation of a triangle, as well as the propellers having 2 on the front, left, front, right, and rear as well, rear middle. So you have hex equals 6, so 6 propellers, in a triangle, triangular hexacopter. There we go. And essentially this copter has been around for quite a few years, but it has stuck around because it is so very good. I have never owned one, but I have flown one many years ago. Now then, some of the things you get with it. You get a little camera on the front, which you can alter the lens position as well, which is good. It has quite a good little amount of movement in it as well. Obviously, you have these blades on the front here, LEDs inside the motor housing here, so 1 LED there and 1 LED here as well. Now, the motor housing is really quite spectacular because you have the 2 motors inside here, as well as you have quite a little bit of aeration holes as well on the bottom, just to ensure that the heat which is generated inside can dissipate quickly, because with 1 motor it gets quite warm, with 2 it gets even warmer. So that is really nice, and if you look through the plastic there, you can actually see both of the motors. So all in all, that is a really nice looking copter. On the underside, obviously where the camera sits, you have a little cable coming off which just connects into the port here. That's already done for you when you get the quadcopter. Now, this is the tricky bit. Man like myself with big fat hands, I can't get in there very easy. This is where the battery lives. Now, what I have to do is I have to unplug the camera, open out the battery bay door fully to remove the battery. Now, this battery is huge. You only get one of them, and this battery is a 7.4 volt 360 milliamp hour battery, and it takes 3 hours to charge. Now, obviously you do get the charger with it, so you have the small port here that plugs into the quadcopter, and you have the big port here which plugs into the charger. Don't forget, give it 3 hours or more to charge, but the manual does say 3 hours. Inside there as well, if you look inside the gap where the battery fits, you actually see the printed circuit board on the inside as well. So as you can see, this copter is not waterproof, it is not watertight, so any moisture in the air will get inside there, as well as all these little holes, these aeration holes all the way around it as well. Now, that is the battery bay. So all you would do, I don't know if you saw, I'm going to leave this battery out because I have to charge it for the flight very soon, but there's a little twist pull here, a little twist knob there. So all you do is you open it to one side, and then when you want to lock it, you push it back down over the door, and that then locks it quite securely. You can take the camera off as well, just by pulling it off, and it will actually, let's have a little look, that comes off, yeah, it comes off to the front. So slide the camera off and it removes. So you can also get, or you used to be able to get, spare cameras for them. So double check to see if you can, and then once you've put the battery back in and connected everything up, you can reconnect this cable here into the port, which is right next to the on button, which is quite nice. So you have blue LEDs on the front, and you have a red set of LEDs on the back. So these 2 bulbs here, these LEDs on the back, glow red, and when you turn on the quadcopter, they will flash very quick. When you bind the transmitter to the quadcopter, these 2 lights will slow down on the pulsing, and then they'll go solid red. Once they're solid, you are bound and you are ready to go. So there we go. So there's the quadcopter. Let's have a quick little look at the transmitter. So remove the two covers there. So as you can see, we have altitude hold with this particular quadcopter, as you have the left analog stick returns to the center. Now we have quite a few buttons. Now as this isn't the S model, you're not going to have a screen with this, but you have got the adaptions on the back to add a screen if you wanted to buy one later. So a couple of things we have. On the top here we have frequency change, we have take photo and video, so press and hold for photo, press and let go for video, as well as automatic landing on automatic takeoff. So another couple of things about the transmitter, you do have two mode buttons here to change from mode 1 to mode 2. You also have your trim buttons at the top here and at the top there as well, which you can use if you want to, as well as you have an LED indicator light there as well. Right then, open up the battery bay door at the back. Excuse the hands, folks. Inside here you are going to need to have 4 AA batteries. This transmitter does not allow USB charging, so you are going to have to ensure the batteries are fully charged and working before you take out this quadcopter. Right then, so that's the transmitter. Feels quite nice in your hand because it has these very plasticky grooves on the side as well, which fit into your hand quite nicely, but also gives you a bit of grip. Now there's no shoulder buttons here, which I find quite strange because nowadays shoulder buttons are always on the top of the transmitter, but it feels quite nice. It doesn't feel that plasticky, it feels quite rigid, and you have access to all the buttons in quite easy reach as well. You also have a lanyard hold there as well, so should you prefer to have a transmitter tied around your neck and then just to have it attached to a lanyard from there. So that's the transmitter. Right then, now the accessory pack, as we said, comes with 2 screwdrivers, both Phillips, 2 extra propellers, USB charge cable as well as 2 little plastic nodules that go back on top of the propellers should you lose the ones that are already on there. As well as you get 6, because we have 6 propellers, 6 propeller guards on there as well with screws. Now this is quite a fiddly process, those screws are tiny, so you are going to have to be careful when you put those on. Also, little USB card reader. Obviously the the SD card is in the back of the USB card reader there. Now then, the manual is quite thin. It's all in English, and it takes you through every part of the quadcopter. So what all the buttons do on the transmitter, as well as how the quadcopter moves. Now, one thing to note, this quadcopter does not do 3D flips, so no 360 flips, no turns or anything like that. That doesn't really take away from it, I don't think. This is quite a unique looking quadcopter, hexacopter anyway, that I don't think I'm really going to miss that when I take her out. Please join me in the next couple of days when we're going to be taking this guy out and putting him through his paces. Thanks ever so much for watching. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.